and 5 members of the B family. Yep. And then I think it's easiest to put modals in pairs. So what's the most common modal?
Can.
Yep.
And could?
Yep, can and could.
Will. And would.
Definitely will, would. If you have any book with some running text, see if you can find some short sentences that don't seem to have, if any study goes without limitations, from your group. I heard several people say it, so I'll take it. There it is. There's yes. And because I started with no, I'm going to change it to any. Do I have to? Yeah, it sounds better. I'll do it. Does any study? And what's the verb? 100%. Base form, base form, base form, base form. Whenever you use does, you get a base form next. Okay?
Oh, okay. Do the students deserve?
Where did he get the do from? Everybody who speaks enough English, low-level students, not beginners, but low intermediate, everybody says do.
That's on the deserve.
That's right. So Robert Allen at Teachers College found a way to show this. I'm just going to go to that because we lost some time with a little accident. He developed the mice, and I took them from clip art off the internet. Here's the first mouse. Okay, can you see this mouse? D-O-E-S. Okay, this is the does mouse. I'll show you how it works. Typically, what does a mouse like to eat? Cheese. Everybody in the world says that. I don't know if it's true. So here's my cheese. My cheese is a base form of a verb. Okay? It's just going to sit there while we make 4 different sentences. So I need people. I'm going to get a guy. I'll do really standard stuff. Guy and girl. I know this is New York. I could do whatever. But I'll get a guy whose name is Bob. I'll get a girl whose name is Mary, pretty typical. And I just need a little punctuation and capitalization to make a yes-no question. What punctuation? Sure, question mark. And what else do I need? Just one more thing. Capital. So I got a capital over here. And who's going to be my yes-no question person? An inquiring person. I know a lot of you are because I've read your life books. Who's going to be my yes-no question person? If I don't get a volunteer, you know what I always do. Okay, Jean. She's my yes-no question person. So read it as a nice yes-no question.
Does Bob love Mary?
And did you notice that her voice went up? That's absolutely rule governed. Okay. Now, the mouse wants to get closer to his cheese. So I'm going to take away the capital and get him moving over here. But what's going to stop him?
There's no.
I'm going to stop him with this. Okay? Because remember, all the X words can become negative. The whole thing becomes negative. So I put him over here. And what kind of punctuation? Sure. Who's going to be my... Who doesn't believe in love? No. Who just wants to be a little negative about... Nah. Bob. Can I get let me get... I'm trying out some names. Rebecca. No, Meredith.
Bob doesn't love Mary.
Yeah. Listen to the two again, and Jeannie's going to keep her yes-no question, even though it changed. What's your yes-no question?
Does Bob love Mary?
And your negative?
Bob doesn't love Mary.
And the cheese hasn't done anything. It's the X word that's doing things. And the next person is a great believer and says, argumentatively, Bob, watch this. I'll get rid of the negative. I'll change the punctuation. And put some emphasis on this. Go ahead, Mark.
Bob does love me.
Yeah, he's good for that. He's a believer, okay? Listen to the three again. It's basically the same sentence. It's only different in its grammar, okay? So the first one, the yes-no question, Jeannie?
Does Bob love Mary?
The negative.
Bob doesn't love Mary.
The emphatic.
Bob does love me.
And finally, who's the most relaxed person in this class? Who's kind of laid back? You suggest somebody. I think maybe Evelyn. How about Evelyn? Okay? Evelyn, watch this. We calm down, go back to a period. My little mouse goes over there. And only his tail shows. Okay?
Bob loves Mary.
Bob loves Mary. Bob loves me. Sure. This is the affirmative statement. So they have fancy names. Yes, no question, negative statement, emphatic statement. But it's basically the same sentence, but the X word is moving through it. And this is 100% reliable in English. Every verb that has an S simply means does. So I'm talking to you as teachers when I say, I don't know why we say third person singular. Yes, that's true. But if you say, he can help us, that's third person singular. But there's no S. It's a different X word. The S is just does. And it will always pop out to make the yes, no question, pop out to make the negative, pop out to make the emphatic. And for, I'd say, intermediate students, that's especially helpful to know that, because they say, well, when do I need an S and when do I not need an S? But a mouse has how many tails? One. Mouse has one tail. So if it's out here, fine. But if it's a hidden X word, this is what it is. It's like green. It's putting together the base form and the X word does. That gives you another verb form. But there's good news. It works with the other ones too. Here's my did mouse. You see how he's different? He's got a little detail, and I'm going to do it a little faster because I'm going to turn over the class in just a couple minutes. Give me my yes/no question, Jeannie. And this is my grandfather. He died a long time ago, so we're using did. Okay, go ahead.
Did Bob love Mary?
Perfect. And we'd have a question mark. And then give me my negative.
Bob didn't love Mary.
And give me my emphatic.
Bob did love Mary.
Okay, and then we relax.
Bob loved
And Evelyn's going to give us our last one.
Bob loved Mary.
Bob loved Mary. Okay, and what's the other member of the do family? We got does, we got did, and little do. What do you think he looks like? What's his tail like?
A Japanese cat.
I love finding this little guy. He's got no tail. So can I say, let me get rid of the did. Can I say do Bob love Mary?
You sure can in New York.
In New York? But in good English, standard English, what? What do I have to change?
The Bob.
Yeah, I have to change the Bob. Can two guys love one girl? Hey, listen, it's New York. Two guys can love one guy. One guy can love two. Whatever. So, one more time. Jeannie.
Do Bob and Fred love Mary?
And you notice the verb just sitting there. The English verb just sits there for the most part. The X words really scurry. So we got do Bob and Fred love Mary? We got the negative.
Do Bob and Fred love Mary?
In the question form or make it into a statement form. Either way.
Bob and Fred don't love Mary.
Okay. And then finally the two more. Emphatic. Sorry.
Bob and Fred do love me.
Thank you very much. And finally, the affirmative statement.
Bob and Fred love Mary.
And you don't see the little hidden Xword because he doesn't have a tail, okay?